Here is another quick 9 playthrough here on the channel for you all. The date and the divisions, of course, shown on screen in the thumbnail. Remember to hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. Timestamps in the description down below, and remember the replays here are from old tournaments, so use the old ball attribute levels, which have now, of course, doubled. Hope you're enjoying Quick 9. Good luck, and remember to tweak according to your clubs and balls and wind angles. Here we go. On this par 4, we can go aggressive with this wind angle. We're going to go with a berserker, and I'm setting up at the top of plus 14 yards with APOC 5 and 6. We're going to go with 5.8 top spin and 2 left spin, and I'm having the edge of the clear ring touching the rough on the left. APOC 4, you will have 40% of the clear ring overlapping the rough on the left, and you will be at the top of plus 20 yards. We've got to use a berserker here. Max plus 10 P5, no push-up, leave it where it is. We're going full overpower without any curl, nice slow needle, and we're hitting perfect. Now, if you want to tweak this shot, you can do. You might have a look at the hole in one, landing in the rough nicely, maybe a couple of clicks of left curl, and you might have a look at a hole in one on this par 4. But if not, a very easy putt for the evening. And now, with this newly designed NASCAR, we're going to go with the quarterback, and I'm going with 3 backspin and 0.8 right spin, and I'm setting up at the top of plus 10 yards, and I'm having the inner green ring, or the inner yellow ring, touching the rough line, and you'll see the ball guide there is 2 green squares to the right of the pin. So set your spins first, and then find your landing position with the quarterback. I've only tested this with perfect balls. If you're worried about bad great balls, then I would encourage you to use a precision ball, and also to keep the wind below 8 miles per hour. 1-to-1 adjust, and then I'm going here with just before circle drop overpower, otherwise you are going to hit the rough and the sand too low because you adjust to a lower point. Avoiding the trees really nicely, landing in the rough, and then we're just getting this one in for a hole in one. On this par 5, we're going to primarily play for a safe eagle. We're going with 5.8 top spin and 3 right spin. And I'm having here at the top of plus 0, half of the clear ring overlapping the rough on the left with APOC 5 and 6. If you've got APOC 4, you will have 90% of the clear ring overlapping the rough on the left, and you will be at the top of plus 6 yards. Max plus 10, power 3 is the adjust, takes me to plus 14, so that would give us the need to add on whatever overpower you pull into with APOC level 4. As a base overpower though, I am playing with just before circle drop overpower, so add that on if you adjust into any overpower as well. Clearing the rough very nicely though, and not risking the rough or the sand. Drive distance is going to be around 355 yards. Second shot, I'm looking at having the blue ring touching the rough on the right, and here I'm adding just around half a bar of top spin, and you'll see it's not a full 3 bars of right spin though, it's about 2.5 bars. Little bit difficult to line this one up. The ball guide will be offset a good few green squares or green square columns to the left of the pin, so pause the video, zoom in if you can. This is tweakable, we're just getting a zoom in here. Sadly didn't drop the albatross, but primarily it is eagle only. Landing position plus yards, plus 15% elevation, plus 2 with sniper 10 would be plus 4 with sniper 9. I'm playing this one 75% on the slider, and like I said, 15 elevation. Perfect ball away. It's going to bounce comfortably on the fairway, nicely away from the rough, clearing the rough nicely and rolling onto the green. Just missing this one a little bit on the right-hand side, so tweak it if you so wish to do so. We're going to go for a rough bump here, even though we've got cross headwind, and we're going to set up with the red ring touching the edge of the bunker, the bottom left of the red ring, and then the top left of the red ring touching the rough line. Then I'm adding my spin. I'm going with 1.5 back spin. And you'll see there it is 2.2 bars of left spin. Unusual spin amount, but that's because I want the red ring reference for our landing position. Ball guide will be offset as shown. And what we're going to do here is adjust medium distance with 15% elevation. And we are going to use power 3 settings. It's not going to take me into overpower, but it does take you down into the bunker. So to compensate for that, I'm going to play here with just before circle drop over power. You'll see there I'm just finding the correct point and then releasing, hitting perfect, no curl unless of course you're putting any in on wind angle tweaks, bouncing very nicely, rolling onto the green and tracking beautifully for the hole in one. Eagle. On this par 5 we drive with the APOC and then follow up with the sniper. We're having the red ring touching the rough on the left hand side. I'm at the top of +6 yards with APOC level 5 and 6. 5.8 top spin, 3 bars right spin, APOC 4, you'll be at the top of +12 and you will have 20% of the red ring overlapping the rough on the right. Nice tailwind angle here, we're going to adjust max +10. Power 3 numbers, don't need to do any pushing up regardless of whether you have APOC 4 or not. But we are going to centre the ball and hit perfect here. Going to set up a nice sniper shot. Perfect ball away, it's not threatening the tree. And we're going to bounce on the fairway and roll down the fairway. And getting a decent drive distance here. You're going to look to be in the region of 360 yards. Now the second shot needs a bit of a tweak here. I am playing with backspin here to avoid the glitch roll, because it's not a glitch roll that you would end up on the back of the green, but you might come in a bit too hot. So I'm adding about 1.5 bars of backspin, and I'm having the ball guide stopping quite significantly short. However, this does need a tweak. So you can see there about 5 green squares short of the pin. The ball guide is hardly really onto the green. I'm pointing at the pin as well. So those are the references when I was setting up this shot. You need to tweak from there though, because we didn't drop this one unfortunately in the time I had available. But as a reference, I'm playing landing position plus yardage here for my adjustment. +9 with sniper 10 will be +11 with sniper 9, and I'm playing that 92% slider, 15 elevation. You will see there you just need to compensate accordingly for the miss. It's not a bad first look though, bouncing very comfortably. Just though coming in a little bit hot and also missing on the left hand side. But it is by all means tweakable for the Albatross. Going to play aggressively on this par 4. Yellow ring touching the rough on the right at the top of +24 with APOC 5 and 6. P5 max rest with APOC level 4. 5.8 top spin, 2 left spin, playing with a berserker. And we are going to adjust with power 5 numbers of course. Maximum distance, 10% elevation. Now, you might get a slightly different drive yardage to me, so that's why I'm giving you drive yards reference rather than any pin checks or fringe checks, because I think it is tweakable from there. After we've adjusted, we are going to push up a grand total of 7 yards. So I was at +3, I'm pushing up to +10. Full overpower, outer wall curl to the left. It's a really slow needle. Good chance of hitting perfect, and this one for me is going to set up a dunk. Now I know dunks are not for everybody. If you want to learn more about them, we have a dunk tutorial on the Academy playlist on the channel homepage. Plenty of other stuff there as well about slider, Endbringer School and all of that. Your drive distance is going to be around 455 yards. So playing the dunk, max backspin, arrows in the back of the cup. Make sure you've got them just around the back edge of the cup. Very, very small amount of them inside the cup, but make sure they are not over the pin. Otherwise you might hit the pin and bounce goodness knows where. I'm giving you a tweaked adjustment here based on the miss in the video. I was very close both times. I believe the tweaked value should get you in, but always good to take a practice token first. Drive distance of 456, playing it 28% slider, -25 elevation. Make sure it is -25 and pull over the bullseye. Pull angle is crucial with dunks though, so take a token. But of course, if this is not for you, then there are other ways that you can attack for the eagle. Okay, quarterback, P3 min line, red ring touching the rough. This one needs a very, very small spin tweak only. I would suggest you go with a bit more backspin. In the video, I play with 4.1 bars of backspin and 0.5 bar of left spin. This one skips over the hole, so a couple of clicks more backspin should get you in, as far as I'm aware. The adjustment here is mid +5, power 3 numbers. You don't need to use a precision ball. It was just something I did to make getting content a little bit quicker in the limited time I had available. So centre the ball, hit perfect on this one. You can have a very good luck. You will see the line is very nice here. Just coming in a little bit too hot. You could try more backspin. You could maybe try a click of underpower. It's up to you. Take a token and see what works. Lovely line, but just skipping over the hole. Very close though. And a decent chance even in this nasty wind angle on this par 3. Lovely angle here though. We're going to blast with a berserker and get out of the rough onto the green. Okay, so APOC 5 and 6, half of the red ring inside the rough on the right-hand side. We're going with 5.8 topspin and 1 left spin, and we are at the top of +16 yards. APOC 4, you'll be at the top of +23, and top of +22, and you will have 70% of the red ring overlapping the rough. Adjustment, max +10, power 5 numbers. Now, if you're worried about the bunker here, you can shift your aim a little bit over to the right, maybe a quarter of a ring, or you could play with less curl. I go with half a ball of curl to the left, full overpower, it's a really slow needle, good chance of hitting perfect. With the setup here, though, a great left would have been bunker. So if you are worried about that, as you can see, it's fairly close, then tweak your setup accordingly, but all being well, you're on the green and you are putting for your E. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. Finally, we are going to go with 5.2 top spin here and 3 right spin, APOC and Grizzly. Second bounce in the sand, halfway in from the left and right hand side to that fairway pad. Now, if you have more tailwind or stronger wind, I would tweak the top spin down. I'd probably advise you to try with 5 top spin as a default, because the second bounce is very close to the fairway and I want to bounce in the rough and roll out. If you miss the rough, you may well get stuck in the rough on the top side of that pad and not always roll down, as that has been removed with this rework. Max +15, push your rings to adjust. You might, like I said, need to tweak this one according to wind angle and wind strength, but you want the second bounce to be in the rough. As you can see, I was perilously close. That's why I would suggest you use a little bit less topspin, and you want to be around 360 yards. Grizzly now, we're going with 4.5 backspin and 1 left spin, and I had a really good look at this. I like the adjustment, but we need to tweak the aim, and I would recommend you aim, rather than at the pin as I do here, I would aim this one to the right edge of the cup, because that will give you an offset and should correct the miss in the video. Landing position plus yards, +1 with the Grizzly 9 would be +4 with Grizzly 8, and you're going to play that 80% slider, -25 elevation. This plays dramatically uphill, so -25 elevation using Grizzly 9 numbers. Like I said, I missed this one over to the left-hand side, so I would recommend you try aiming at the right-hand side of the cup, maybe just a couple of clicks away from the right-hand edge, and you should drop for the albatross. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.